What's going on, lifestyle creators? Do you struggle to actually hit the business goals that you set each year, each quarter, each month, each day? Well, if you do, I'm going to share with you a 5-step process that we've been using for years that works so you can not only set your business goals right, but you can actually hit them. So let's not waste any time. Let's start this episode of ILCTV right now. Hey, what's going on? Ryan McMorris here, and welcome to Intentional Lifestyle Creators. If you're new to this channel, we help online course creators and online coaches, online entrepreneurs grow their businesses faster by creating irresistible offers and simple funnels. So if you want to get your marketing right and you want to actually create passive income online and you want to live a lifestyle of freedom from your coaching or online business, you're in the right place. Make sure you get subscribed. Make sure you hit the bell. And if you're not new, welcome back to ILCTV. Glad you're back. All right, today we're talking all about struggling to hit your business goals. So we're going to break down the 5 steps, a 5-step proven process that we've been using for years. Our clients use them. Anybody that's gone through ILCU and our impact marketing system, if they go through Scale, if they go through any of our challenges, this is a 5-step process that we just hammer into our clients, and we want to give it to you today. So make sure you stay to the end of this video so you don't miss any of the steps. I would highly recommend saving this video so you can come back to it later, share it with other people, all that good stuff, and make sure that you download the resources that we provide to you in this video. Every episode of ILCTV, we give you free resources that you can use to build your business bigger, better, faster. So by the end of this video, I promise you will have a clear game plan to not only your yearly goals, your quarterly goals, your monthly goals. You'll have a clear daily mode of operation as well, but you should have a much clear understanding of where you're going over the next 5 or 10 years. And most people just don't have any clue of that, all right? So just that alone is priceless in this video. So I'm actually gonna go into my laptop and break some things down that no one else is doing online. So I really wanna show you how to implement your goals. But there's some things I need to touch on first. So a mentor of mine years ago asked me a question, and this is a guy that I used to take out to dinner, I used to take out to lunch. Why? Because he made more money than me. And I would highly recommend, if there's something that you want in your life, go find people that already have it and get around them. Find ways to get around those people, whether it means taking them out to lunch or taking them out to dinner, going to their house, whether it means joining their team. It may mean doing free work for them. I don't care. Just get around people that have the kind of lifestyle that you want. But while we were at lunch one day, he asked me one simple question. He said, Ryan, how often do you think people actually set their business goals? And I said, probably once a year. And he goes, exactly. Once a year, they set goals. I set my goals twice a day. And he asked me, who do you think is going to actually hit their goals? The person that sets them one time or the person that sets them over 700 times in a year? Obviously, the answer is the person that actually sets their goals each and every day, twice a day. So going over your goals in the morning and then making sure you go over those goals at night increases your confidence level, and it also increases your belief level that you can actually hit those goals. A lot of times people are only setting these goals one time, the beginning of the year, and then they never look at them again. Okay? And if you look at these things every single day, you will start to believe that you can actually hit it. And that's like half the battle right there. Another thing that happens when people start setting goals is they let fear creep in. This cannot happen. I heed you. Put this at the top of your goal sheet or whatever you do, or on the resources that you print out below. Put this at the top. Fear does not set my goals, okay? Most people, when they're setting goals, they start to set things and it's like, oh man, I don't think I can hit that. Or they get a little scared. That is not how lifestyle creators run their life or their businesses. And so that's not you, okay? So if any fear starts to creep in, let fear be your guide. Let fear be the thing that says you are headed in the right direction, and that's the thing that you should set. And the other big problem that I see is most people just don't know how to actually set goals, which is the purpose of this video. So you can actually use these 5 steps, start setting your goals right, and you can start actually hitting them. Now understand, these are your goals, nobody else's, okay? This is what you want in your life, not what other people want for you, not what your mom and them said, not what your cousin said, not what your friend down the street said. These are your goals. What do you want? All right, step one in this goal setting process is vision, all right? And one of my mentors, he calls this part the Hall of Fame goal, all right? So what do you want as your big picture? What do you want in your life? Like, can you describe what you want in your life 5 years from now, maybe 10 years from now? Sometimes 10 years can be a little much if you haven't done these exercises before, but go, maybe 3 to 5 years in the future. What does your life look like? How much money are you making? What are you doing with your extra time? What are you doing with your money? What are you giving? What type of communities or what type of charities are you supporting with that money? Where do you travel? I mean, you should have such a clear vision, okay? Like this Hall of Fame type vision, all right? What did you do? I love the Hall of Fame example because what it does is it makes you think, how did I get here? How did I help people to get to this Hall of Fame? Like, what type of performance did I have to put on in order to be bestowed into this Hall of Fame that I want? If you ask most people, they probably just don't even know what they want in 5 years. If I ask you, like, what do you want? What do you want in 5 years? Comment below, let us know. What do you want 5 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, maybe even 10 years from now, if you know that? Like, what's one thing that you know you want? So create a vision board, create a vision book, write it down, get clear. Maybe do this with your spouse. Do this exercise and brainstorm everything that you want. Now, heed this warning when it comes to step one. Don't think about what you don't want, okay? If that thought starts to creep into your head, again, this exercise works if you only think about what you want, not what you don't want. All right, so now that you have a very clear vision, you know what you want your life to look like 3 to 5 years from now, you're very clear on that. Now we need to dial it back, and we call this the Super Bowl goal. I heard Russell Brunson talk about this in a video once, and many of my mentors have broken this down into this 5 steps, and this is why it works. But now we have our 12-month goal, our year goal, okay? What are we gonna execute over the next 12 months? What do we want like Christmas to look like? Like, that kind of breaks down, what do you want your Christmas to look like next year, 12 months from now, okay? Think about the things that kind of aren't happening right now, if it's Christmas time that you're watching this, but what do you want next year, this time, to be like, okay? What do you want exactly? Set that goal for 12 months. So let us know in the comments section, what do you want 12 months from now? I know for us, we have a big vision for our coaching programs and our courses, and we have a huge goal for the impact that we create, maybe doing live workshops or retreats, things like that. And so we can break that stuff down and say, what do we need to do in order to get us to a place where we're doing retreats or live workshops? Maybe you break down, okay, what's it gonna cost to do a retreat? It may cost us $20,000. Well, do you want to have an extra $40,000 in the bank to be able to buy that retreat twice? Okay, do you want to have the team in place? Like, that's what I want you to start thinking about, is not only setting the goal, but what's the actual, if you actually start thinking about the inner workings of that goal. So maybe our goal is to do a live retreat or workshop for 25 people. That could involve having a mansion or a hotel, and it could be some cost into that. So, we like to abide by the principle of buy it twice, right? So if it's going to cost us $20,000 and we want to have $40,000 in the bank, how can we have an extra $40,000 in the bank to set us up for that? All right, now we go into step 3, which are the season goals. All right, these are the actual games that are being played. All right, so we're using our football reference of going from like Hall of Fame to winning the Super Bowl, right, this year. But in order to get to the Super Bowl, what do we got to do? We got to actually win the games along the way, right? So now we're going to break that down into our quarterly goals, our monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. Now, we have a free resource that you can download. It's our lifestyle vision assessment. And what that'll do is it'll ask you questions to get your brain going on where you want your life to be in certain areas. So what do you want your lifestyle to be like? What do you want your business to be like? What do you want your finances, your spiritual life, your physical life, your relationships? It'll ask you questions so you can get that stuff filled out. And then what you do at the end of it is you'll say, all right, at the end of January, I want to accomplish this. By the end of February, we want to have our new, course rollout, or I want to have a new group program laid out in March, and I want to go to these events. Like, get all that out and take some time to actually set these goals. But then once you have your monthly goals, your quarterly goals set, then what we like to do is we like to give our clients a weekly scorecard. Now, the cool thing about this weekly scorecard is you fill out what goes on that scorecard based off of the kind of lifestyle you want. Like, how many date nights do you want a week? How many times a week do you dedicate, a full hour to your kids? How many times a week do you do a webinar, or how many blog posts? There's business and lifestyle in it. And what you do is each time you actually hit the goal, you get 0 points. If you exceed it, you get 1 point, 2 points, or 3 points. If you go below it, then it's negative. And the whole goal is by the end of the week to either have a 0, so be even, that means you hit your goal, or be on the positive side of it. So fill out this assessment and you'll have a weekly scorecard that you can then show your accountability partner, maybe show your business partner, show your spouse, and you turn that into them each week. You turn it into the groups that you're in each week. Have an accountability partner. Have someone that's right there with you that says, hey, hold you accountable, hold your feet to the fire of you actually executing your game plan for that week. Now, the next step, I'm actually going to show you on the laptop, and there is another video here that breaks down how to do the math. So step 4 is do your math. Do your millionaire math. If you want to make $1 million over the next 12 months, all right, what's that? $83,000 roughly, right? So you would need to make $83,000 a month to do $1 million in revenue for the year. So now we're gonna do the math, all right? I'm gonna give you an example on my laptop so you can get a clear understanding of how we went from step 1, our vision, step 2, getting our yearly goals, step 3, designing this quarterly, monthly, and weekly game plan, and then step 4, actually doing the math so you can hit your goals. All right, so let's break this down, and let's just say our goal is to have 100 new customers, okay? And this is your production. So if you are in a business model that some of your income is based off other people or other people's production, we do have a video for that. All right, you can check that out below. But let's just say your goal is to get 100 new customers in a year. And also, just as a disclaimer, if any of these things feel like they're just a little much for you, or if you feel like you need some extra help, just book an impact session, all right, with one of our coaches. There's a link below, so you can get a free coaching session. All right, there's a link below. That way you can get on the phone or on a Zoom with one of our coaches, and they can help you go over this, as well as joining our free Facebook group as well. All right, so let's just say we want to get 100 new customers to maybe a course, or maybe I want to do 100. Maybe I'm going to do 25 group coaching sessions, or 25 in my group coaching. All right, so let's say I'm going to do group coaching, and I'm gonna have 25 people, and so I want to do that 4 times a year. Okay, maybe I want to get 100 one-on-one customers. Maybe I want 100 people to buy my course. Okay, the list goes on and on. All right, the thing is, step 4 is we want to help you get your math right. All right, so if I do 100 people in 12 months, it's 100 divided by 12. Okay, so that's basically 9 customers a month. Now, do your math. Let's just say for math's sake, I charge $1,000 per customer. That would be about $9,000 a month, right? Now, you have to ask yourself, does my prices and what I do, is that line up with what I want to make monthly, okay, or what I want to make in that section of my income? Right. So now that I've done that math, I know I need about 9 customers a month. Now I need to know, like, what do I close at? Okay. So my close percentage is very important. So if you don't know this number, then typically I would start out at like 5%. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide point. Okay. So I would need to get my offer in front of 167 people each month in order to close at 5%. So if I do 167 people times 0.05, that gives me 8.35, which is, I like to round up, so it's 9. All right. So I'm going to do 167 people times 5%, 0.05, and that equals 9 customers. Okay. So now I need to say, all right, how do I want to get those? How do I want to get in front of 167 people? Like maybe I have to do 167 Zooms. Like maybe you close best when you're on the phone with people. So, all right, maybe I do that. Maybe it's 167 people, to a webinar. Maybe it's 167 people to, face to face. You decide what you want, and this is the kind of stuff that's going to go on your assessment when you fill it out to do your weekly game plan stuff. All right, but you have to do this math in order to like really complete this step. All right, so now that I've got my price right, I know how many customers I need, I know what the goal is, I did my math. Now I can say, all right, how am I going to go get these 9 customers a month? I can do, 167 Zooms. All right, cool. Let me do the math on 167 divided by 30 equals 6 things a day. So 6 a day. So maybe I would need to do 6 Zooms each day, right? But make sure, hey, if you're still working a full-time job and like every Zoom you're going to do is like maybe 30 minutes or an hour, then you may not have 6 hours a day. So that may not work for you, right? You have to do this stuff in order to like understand, with the resources that I have right now or the things that I can do right now, can I actually hit this goal? So if I could keep my Zoom calls to 15 minutes and still make a sale at $1,000, then I may be able to get 6 Zooms in and do it in 3 hours in a day. And I can say, okay, cool. I have an hour in the morning I can fit in, and then I can do a couple hours at night. And now all I got to do is just make sure that my offer, my funnel is set up in a way that sets me up on Zooms, or I can do Facebook Live or whatever. The marketing and the details, that's all art. Okay. If you do this part first and get these numbers right, now you'll know every single week, am I going to exit? How can I get to this? Okay. And that's all you need to do is do your millionaire math. All right. There's a book by Grant Cardone. It's called The Millionaire's Booklet. I think you can just go to millionairebooklet.com and grab it. We'll leave the link in the description for you. But this is how you do it in step 4. All right. So hopefully that helps. All right, so hopefully that gave you a really clear idea of the math that needs to be done so you can hit your business goals and actually set goals that fit into your lifestyle and what you can actually accomplish. So the last thing, now that you have your vision over like the 3 to 5 years, now that you know what you want for the next year and what you need to do over the next year, and then you've broken that down into like quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily modes of operation. Now you did your math. So the very last step is find coaches and mentors who have done exactly what you want to do. All right, look up at the other 4 steps. Who knows how to do that already? Who's done it already? Go find people that have already done it already so they can show you how to get there 3 times faster. And if you feel like you need some extra help, or maybe finding a mentor, maybe it's us, maybe you want to ask us who could be a mentor out there for you, book an impact session. We have a huge network of people. So if we aren't a good fit for you, if ILCU isn't a good fit for you, if one of our programs isn't a good fit for you, book a free session. We'd love to just help you out and find the coach or the mentor or the program that is right for you. But doing it alone is just something that a lot of people, I find so many people are just trying to do it alone, and you're just extending the process. Find someone that knows how to do it and you'll get it done 3 times faster, I promise. All right, now you know exactly how to set all your goals and you know exactly how to get there. You should have a game plan to the day of executing your math and hitting your goals over the next week, over the next month, over the next quarter, over the next year, and over the next 3 to 5 years. You are gonna have the life that you dream of. All right, now, if this video helped, we love to connect with you in the comments and love to hear from you because this is where the community is. We also love to hear from you in our Facebook group. And of course, if you need any help throughout this process, book a free impact session with one of our lifestyle creator coaches. And if you're looking to launch your business the right way, make sure you grab our coaching launch guide or online business launch guide. That way you can launch your online business or online coaching business the right way, the way that you want to. And make sure that you go through our lifestyle assessment if you have some trouble with vision. That's going to really help you out. And of course, save this video if you want to come back to it later, because if you have not been setting goals this way, this is something that you may want to practice. All right, if you liked this video, make sure you do that, like it, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed yet. And as always, catch another episode of ILCTV. All right, we'll catch you on the next one. Remember, never settle for anything. You can create the lifestyle of your dreams. You can go out there and create an impact in this world, the impact that you deserve to make. All right, we'll see you in the next episode of ILCTV. Hey, thanks so much for watching this episode of ILCTV. We hope to see you back for another episode. So make sure you click that like button, leave a comment in the comment section with the word value if you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and share with any other online entrepreneurs you know. And of course, before you leave, make sure you watch one of these other videos and go into the description box so you can grab your free goodies. Hope to see you back again on ILCTV.